That Shit MMA podcast. Hosted by mixed martial arts journalist Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and Chicago's #1 underground comedian, Apollo Taj Mahal.
Thank you for listening. I'm Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and this is
Apollo Taj Mahal.
We are the guys from the Did You See That Shit Mixed Martial Arts podcast. We know you're going to like the interview, so be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on all the social media platforms, as well as the Missing Time Productions YouTube channel. And don't forget to go to didyousseethatshit.com for a complete rundown of all of our content. Right, Apollo?
Yeah.
I want to welcome Jordan Young to the show. He's fighting at Bellator 201. And, man, are you ready?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm feeling good. Feeling real good.
Well, I know that you just got out of the barbershop, so you got a fresh look to go with a fresh skill set, right?
Always. You have to look like money to perform and make the money.
That's true. Well, I know before we got the interview going, we were talking about the PFL and how ATT, your team, was represented in strength there. I've seen in some of your social media feeds, you and Kayla Harrison seem to have the same strength coach, Phil Daru. How was that seeing her out there?
It was real good to see her go out there and perform. We also share not only strength and conditioning coach, but we also share a boxing coach in Dia Davis. So, and Mike Brown. She had Dia Davis and Mike Brown, and that's usually my two cornermen. So we share close, the coaching, same coaching staff. Very cool. And
you've been at ATT for a while now, man.
Yeah, it's been, I think we're going on 2 years now.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. This is a big fight for you at 201. This is a guy in Jamal Pogues. I know he's 4-1. I looked up some of his fights. Do you know much about him?
I seen like his last two fights is what I saw, and from what I see, he looks like a good fighter. You have to watch out with guys who aren't really well known. This is going to be his first fight in Bellator. With the fact that he's a young guy, he's only 23 years old, so you have to expect him to be hungry. And we had a good notice for this fight. I think it was like at least a 10-week notice for both of us. So I expect him to be in good shape as well.
So how are you liking 205? How do you think that's going to work for you?
Yeah, 205, it's feeling amazing. This camp has been really productive, and I felt really good throughout it. There's not been like a period of suffering, you know what I mean? I haven't been forced to put in a workout because I'm worried about weight or getting a sweat in. It's been a change of pace for me, but I believe it's a good one.
Yeah, I do too, man. I mean, you're still a big light heavyweight. You're 6'4", so I mean, just the fact that you were able to make middleweight at one point in time is just crazy. Are you finding now that you're growing more into your frame as well?
It is amazing that I made 85, and then it's crazy to think that at 18 I was fighting at 170 pounds, and I still was 6'3" then. So
it's crazy.
And now that I've grown into my size a little more, I think that it was evident that I didn't really have a choice but to move up with, I missed weight, I think, twice, and then I was struggling. I had to catch weight, and, it was just, my body was talking to me, so I listened to it, and, it's paying off now.
You're on a 9-fight win streak. Do you even remember the last time you tasted defeat?
Man, I do, technically, because I only have one loss, but it was an amateur fight, so, I don't know what that feeling is like, especially not when anything's on the line like money. And I'm not looking to find out what it's been.
Yeah. What do you do for free time? Are you a video gamer? I mean, would you like to go out to the club? What's your thing?
Yeah, so, it depends what's going on in life. If I'm fresh out of a fight, you know what I mean? I just put in the work and went out and was successful. Of course, I like the clubs, and I live in South Florida, so, Miami is just a little drive away, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do down here. So I like to do that stuff for sure, but if I'm locked in or just in training mode and I'm not bullshitting, I like to be in the house. I like Fortnite, you know what I mean? I have a big Great Dane. He just turned 9 months, but he's already 145 pounds.
Wow.
And then as well as I have a girlfriend too, so we spend a lot of time cooking. We like to cook all types of different food.
That's cool, yeah. I know girlfriends and wives, I know that can take up a lot of time. And you mentioned Fortnite. That's something that my son actually got me into, and now I can't stop playing the damn game. How good are you? Because I'm still really, I'm a novice still.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I got a lot. I think most of my wins are in solo, but but I've knocked a lot of duos out, and with squads, I'm pretty good as well. I have some friends who are really good, so it makes squads a lot easier on me.
That's impressive because I'm still looking for my first solo win. That should tell you my skill level.
We can fix that for you. Are you on Xbox or are we on PS4?
I'm a PS4 guy.
Okay. See, that's the problem. After I go take care of Jamal this Friday, then maybe I'll scoop a PS4 up, and we can get you going.
Yeah, that'd be appreciated, man. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's a free game, right? But I've spent over $200 in skins and different add-ons. You know how it is.
Yeah, it's an addicting game. Anybody that's listening right now and wants to add me, I'm on Xbox One. Check me out at JAY1 and then spelled out 80 and then the number 5. So JAY1 80 spelled out and then the number 5. Yeah, like I said, I like to play that a lot. It's a super fun game, and it helps take your mind off if you're focused in camp and grinding day in, day out.
Yeah, no, it really does, man. It definitely does. And you know what I find about it is I could sit down and play it, and before I know it, I put 3 hours in, and it's like, where did the time go,
Yeah, for sure. Time flies when you're having fun, that's for sure. Real fun, you know what I mean? It's not forced. It's something that no matter what I'm doing or where I'm at, be at the mall or at the beach with my girl, I know, like, all right, when I get back home, you know what I mean? I'm going to log on and get a couple dubs.
Yeah, right. Did you see Bellator announced a welterweight Grand Prix tournament today?
Welterweight Grand Prix tournament?
Yeah, they announced it today. They have plans they're going to start it in September, but they're going to do a welterweight Grand Prix tournament.
Wow, I like that. I like what Bellator is doing there. In my opinion, you got the PFL, like we were just talking about before the interview started. PFL has a great format, and I think they're introducing new things to the sport, like the Thursday night fight time. Of course, they're on NBC, and as well as they have the payout. I think the Bellator is, right there with them and doing the most innovative things. We don't see like other promotions doing tournaments and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's super interesting. I also see they just signed Lyoto Machida. I'm not quite clear on whether he's going to be a middleweight or like heavyweight or both. I know they say, I think in the initial signing report or whatever you want to call it, it said that he was going to fight as both, but people say that all the time, you know what I mean? And then they come out and actually fight at one. So We'll see what he does as well.
I've always liked what Bellator's doing, man. I think, Scott Coker knows what he's doing, man. And I don't know, it's just fun, It doesn't always have to be so rigid and strict, Sometimes it's cool to have fun, right?
Yeah, what I like about it is that it's real. Like, if we're going to have fun, then let's have fun. Like, sometimes, like the UFC, I think, they make it seem all serious, you know what I mean? Like, we have to follow rankings, do this and that. They implement these ranking systems, and then at the end of the day, they don't end up following the ranking systems. They end up, doing what's fun for the fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. And I was just talking with someone about this, but it's like, obviously fighters miss weight in any promotion, right? Bellator fighters, UFC fighters, certain fighters, occasionally, you're going to miss weight, right? But the thing is, it's always overblown in the UFC. And in Bellator, it happens, it's taken care of, and it's never an issue. It doesn't blow up because it doesn't need to be made an issue. You know what I mean? It's handled more professionally, and why can't it all be? I don't know. I don't understand,
Yeah, it simplifies it for sure, and it just feels real, like we're not getting, sold false, you know what I mean? Just false, like what the company's built on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, man, I appreciate your time. It's fight week for you, so I know that you're probably super busy. I always like to give people a few minutes here, shout out your sponsors, whatever you'd like, man.
Yeah, for sure. So I appreciate you guys for giving me a call, and I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. And also, check me out this Friday. It's going to be the prelims, Bellator 201. I'm fighting Jamal Pogues. And also, if you're on Instagram, check me out at JAY185. I'm trying to get that changed to 205, but, Instagram, I'm verified. Instagram, like, is playing with me. They want me to contact the support or something. But anyways, this is going to be a good fight for me, and I'm looking forward to the future. So, I'm looking forward to talking to you guys maybe after.
For sure. Well, Jordan, I appreciate it, man. You're always good to me. Bellator 201 is going to be awesome. And I think that you mentioned this a little bit earlier, but not in our interview, but a couple of weeks ago I saw Bellator 201's prelims is a really, really good, like, showcase of talent.
Yeah, for sure. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see when the payout comes. I bet you I'm the highest paid prelim fighter out of all that talent.
As you probably should be. As you probably should be.
My man.